Hi gents, I'm just going to talk to you about limestone scenery. Now limestone scenery is a rock which is made up of calcium carbonate, and how it gets eroded, and this is the most important equation that you must be aware of, is that rainwater reacts with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to form carbonic acid. This carbonic acid then falls onto the limestone, which is calcium carbonate, to form calcium bicarbonate, which is soluble. So you need to make sure that you know that equation, because that is how all this erosion in this diagram has occurred, just because of that one equation. And so what's happened here is the rainwater or water's flowed down here, and it's found a weakness in the limestone pavement on the top. Now a limestone pavement is made up of hard chunks of irregular shaped rock, which are known as clints because they're rock hard like Clint Eastwood, and gaps in between them which are known as grikes, because if you fell in one you'd go crikey, which sounds like grikey. But the whole thing here of clints and grikes is known as a limestone pavement. And what's happened is one grike here has been enlarged due to that process of weathering known as carbonation. Just to repeat it again, the carbonic acid has reacted with the limestone, which is calcium carbonate, to form calcium bicarbonate, which is soluble, and it has eroded its way through to create an underground cavern. And the other features that you can see here are you've got your layers of limestone, which are known as bedding planes, and then you've got stalactites and stalagmites. And how they're formed here is that as the calcium bicarbonate drips off the ceiling, the water evaporates, leaving behind a calcite deposit, and that is what has formed our stalactites, which are holding tight to the ceiling. And then as it's landed on the floor, all the calcium bicarbonate's dripped onto the floor, again water's evaporated, leading to a stalagmite being built up from the base of the cavern here. If they joined, they would of course form a pillar. So it's almost the opposite of the reaction which has eroded the limestone, the carbonation, when you're forming your stalactites and your stalagmites. It's the reverse of that equation, whereby the water evaporates, leaving behind your calcium carbonate, known as calcite deposit. And so all that carbonation has created this huge cavern here, and the water then has stopped eroding because you've got some impermeable rock below it, and it therefore reappears at the surface where D is here, and that is a resurgent stream. And that is the formation of limestone scenery. One thing I forgot to mention is here at the top, where that grike's been enlarged and it's flowed underground, is known as a sinkhole. If it's particularly big and in a funnel shape, it is known as a swallow hole. Okay. The most important thing whenever talking about limestone features is that you know that carbonation equation and the reverse of it to talk about your stalactites and stalagmites.